Hey guys, welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Jamie. This will be a reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. If you are completely new to tarot, there are some rules here. This is a general reading and it's public, so it's for a ton of people, but it's not going to resonate with everyone. So if you do not feel deep within your soul that this is your reading, do not take it. We're also going to disregard gender. I'm going to pull cards like King, Queen, Emperor, Empress. Obviously, they would only be right 50% of the time if they were about sex or gender. They're totally not. They describe a personality. So you'll definitely know who we're talking about. If you want to catch more readings, you can subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate that. And if you'd like to become a member, you can hit the join button below to check out all the perks. So we have a new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. We have kissing ass and soul sanctuary. I rejuvenate my spirit in sacred retreat. I honor my soul's need for deep, nourishing rest. In stillness, I am filled with peace in my soul sanctuary. The overall energy is the Devil, Capricorn energy. The Ten of Wands, the Five of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, and the Emperor, Aries energy. This one of those, huh? A lot of you deal with an Aries or a Capricorn. And this person has fucking control over you, baby. Like, I feel like there's a deep obsession with the person. And I think things have ended a few times. But it's like once things end, you start to really miss this person. And you start to struggle. I feel like when you and this person have a breakup, I'm getting that, like, your life is all fucked up. Like, you may not be able to concentrate well at work. You are finding it hard to eat and sleep appropriately. You could be more anxious. So I feel like there really is this, like, addiction to a person here. I feel like they're coming back around to try to reopen the cycle here. And you're a little defensive against this with the Seven of Wands. Like, I feel like there's definitely the opportunity to start it all over again. And I feel like this person's good at this with the Knight of Wands. Like, they know how to come in and win you back over. In fact, they might never do the right thing until they're winning you back over. And that might be why you constantly find yourself leaving. You get overwhelmed, you leave, they chase you. And it just is this ongoing cycle. But it's so toxic and kind of yummy. The Devil, the Emperor, that's a yummy energy. It's toxic and probably not good for your soul, but definitely addicting. I feel like for you, though, it's like the struggle is real because you think that this person's like, it's their mental health, you know? I think you keep trying to carry around this person's burdens and you really can't do that. Like in the end, like I feel like this is a person that you almost like consistently take care of. You feel worthless if they don't need you in some type of way. Like your job is to be needed by this person. And I don't think that you can actually bear the weight of taking care of this person and yourself in the way that you choose to. The way you choose to. Like, I feel like this is a person that when you're with them, you may like wait hand and foot on them, you know? And you just always feel like something is off balance. Whenever you're with them, like either work is not going well or it's like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't when it comes to being with or without this person. But one thing's for sure is it's never fully over. It's never fully over. You are already expecting this person to come back. And I think that you only really like when they do. I feel like things are only good for a little bit. After they get what they want, things go right back to the way they were. And baby, does he get what he wants. Especially with this as the overall. Some of you need to take a real break. You know, people talk about these relationships and readings, and it's the reader's not really going through it, so it's easy to just talk about. But the way that it felt for me was like, it didn't make sense. Why did I feel like this? It's like I couldn't think about anything else. I couldn't eat or sleep correctly. I couldn't tell if I had any feelings at all. Like I felt numb, but I think I was sad, but I had no motivation to do anything. And it was really hard to not flip out at my job or on my friends or my other close people. So people don't really talk about how if you have a relationship addiction, you're going to struggle with every aspect in your life when that relationship is not in its idealized state, which is going to be most of the time because an idealized state is fantasy. It's delusional. And you can only stay delusional for a little bit of time. And in these kinds of relationships, it's less and less time each time. I'll walk you back to it, right? Like when you were first dealing with this person, if they did something stupid, you might take them back and things would be good again for several months. And then it turned into weeks. And now sometimes it's days before there's an explosion and you're leaving again. Completely on and off. And then when you're by yourself, that shit just feels awkward. Nobody's screaming at you. Nothing's in upheaval. There's no chaos. There's no sinking stomach feeling. And, I'm not about to have a fucking panic attack. And honestly, it feels weird because you get so used to this type of relationship and that type of pattern. And that's kind of what I think you're in here. It's very cyclic. It's like this person is coming back around to hover now. And I'm going to keep it real. It kind of looks like you may take the ass kissing. For some of you, it's like that there's a time limit in the relationship before you have to end things again. Sometimes when it starts getting really tough, you may be like, man, I hope this is over, like, in the next day or two, so that, like, 2 weeks from now, this motherfucker can come back and act right just for a little bit, And for those 2 weeks, you're just falling apart. Tell me about the Emperor. The Ace of Swords. The Six of Pentacles. The Page of Wands. I mean, the thing with this person is that they know what they're doing. I think it's just worked for them so many times. It's like here's the thing is like people are in this relationship dynamic and they tend to always look at what the other person is doing. The other person's a fucking narcissist. They do this, they do this, they do this, they do this. And they don't look at their own thing in it where it's like actually... every once in a while, I got to start a fight and end things with this person so that they can pick back up and be good again. Like there's also the toxicity in that, and I think it's something like that where it's like this never ending game of obsessively watching tarot readings in between these breakups. And actually finding it hard to sit in a state of peace. Like, you would literally rather be in a room arguing with this person right now than alone. Something ain't right there, honey. Something's not right. See, the thing is that this person, they know about themselves. You know what I mean? And I feel like when they give truths, they give about half the truth. They tell kind of like a one-sided story. You know, I feel like they gaslight you just like you gaslight their ass. Like, that's what this whole thing is. You know, it's, you both can't see things from the other person's perspective. Like, you each blame each other. And I just, you know, it's like, like I said, really childish type of energy. What's the advice here? The Nine of Pentacles. The Ten of Cups. I think you'll be happier by yourself. That's the advice. Because, I mean, let's keep it real. What happens when this person comes back around and you get back into it? We can literally probably mark it out on the calendar when we're going to fight again, how long this motherfucker's going to be gone this time, who they're probably going to be with when they're gone this time, and when I can expect them back. That's a dead fucking relationship. It's not real. Some of you are it's like you want to get married, you want to have kids. How are you going to do that with someone like this? How are you going to tell the kids, oh, dad left again for 2 weeks. He'll be back when we're done fighting. This is what I mean by delusional. I'm not being mean, you know what I mean? But like, you have to think about that energy. Like, is that really what I want? Somebody that I'm going to fight with every single fucking day? Somebody that I'm always back and forth with? You know, like somebody that I can't contact for periods of time while they're doing them? Like, you know, the way this person treats you, do you think that they would treat children differently or something? You know, I think that, like, I don't like to always be the asshole that snaps people with the truth, but, like, somebody here really needs to hear this. Like, this is completely fucking delusional. Who this person is versus who you sometimes pretend that they are. Because, you know, this person's best is the Knight of Cups. Telling you what you want to hear, saying sweet things, maybe some sexy time. You know, this is not somebody that's coming at you with like a 10-year goal. They might even say they want to get married and have kids, but they're not making any of those fucking moves with you despite you going through hell and back with them every other day. Like, how much more proof would somebody need that that's the person they're supposed to be with? Somebody really needs to be more conscious of reality, like what's actually happening in front of them. That's what you want to marry? Bitch, I'm good by myself. I ain't doing all that. That sounds exhausting. I'm going to keep... This sounds fucking exhausting. To enjoy, like, 5 happy nights a month? No, thank you. Come on now, guys. You can do better than that. I'll see you soon.